Welcome to my channel. My name is Daria. I am a lawyer and academic based in Berlin. In this video, I'd like to talk about how to apply for Paris Arbitration Academy or the Hague Academy of International Law, or another arbitration academy. A few years ago, I applied to both and I got full scholarships. I'd like to share with you how I structured my argumentation. I'm going to be talking about motivation letters I wrote specifically, because if you are applying for any of those academies, especially if you like a scholarship, you will have to submit a motivation letter. Usually, scholarships specify whether they are need-based or merit-based or both. In case of those two academies, they did not specify, and my argument had both components. Let's dive in. My motivation for applying for a scholarship from these two academies revolved around two core components. One core component was my genuine interest and passion in private international law and arbitration. At the time of the application, I was doing a PhD at the Lomonosov Moscow State University, and the PhD was on private international law. It had a very strong international and comparative component. I was writing about a concept that was relevant both for the EU and Russian private international law. I described what I was writing about, and I also described that it was very difficult for me to find literature and just genuinely educate myself on a topic needed for my research. I described that I would greatly benefit from accessing the literature that I needed in Paris and The Hague. And when I got those scholarships, I got to do that. That was really helpful. And that was one part of my motivation letter. You, of course, are going to have your unique circumstances. Just make sure that you are very clear describing them and showcase how attending those academies will benefit you professionally. The second component of my motivation letter was need-based. I did not have money to attend those academies. For instance, when I was applying to the Hague Academy, I was on academic leave. I was not working. I was doing research at the University of Humboldt. I had another scholarship from them, and it was 600 euros per month. That was definitely not enough to fund something like a month in Paris or in The Hague. That was something that I described in my motivation letter. I was very clear about it. I also described the socioeconomic background of my family and how I was only able to access education because of the scholarships I got. That was another key component of my motivation letter. That's pretty much it. At the time, I was a PhD student. I just graduated. I had some things I considered impressive on my CV, but I didn't have as much as I have now. And I just made it a point to describe them very clearly, as well as describe what I would gain from an academy like the Paris Arbitration Academy or like the Hague Academy. I hope it's helpful. Let me know, and I wish you best of luck.